Hey y'all, welcome back to Reality Check Please. I'm your host Cassie and happy Tuesday. We're back to talk about the alleged Love Island USA swindler that is Zay Campbell. Recently, Zay has been getting accused by this girl on TikTok by the name of Katie for allegedly taking all of her money and manipulating her into buying a whole new wardrobe for Love Island games. We're going to get into all of that today. As you can hear, my voice is completely shot. I'm not feeling my best. My son was a little sick over the weekend and then passed it on over to me. So that is why you have not really seen us so active on our channel other than maybe just a few shorts every single day. I am pulling through. I knew that this was something that we needed to cover given the gravity of the situation. So yeah, we're going to get into all of that. That being said, I am going to show you guys the video that Katie posted accusing Zay of all of this. So before we jump in, make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know where you guys are watching from. And with all that being said, let's jump right in. I started off our TikTok by saying, first there was a Tinder swindler, right? There's a whole documentary about that. Then this past season of Love is Blind, season 9, 8 or 9 of Denver, we had Mike, the Airbnb swindler. Now people are making their rounds across all reality TV platforms, right? Now we have a Love Island USA alleged swindler. This is crazy. This is crazy. I have not seen Zay's season of Love Island USA, season 4. So if you guys have seen it, I need you guys to tell me, is this something that you could see him possibly doing? I know the only perception or opinion that I have of Zay is what I saw on Love Island Games, which I know is not true. Although granted, his season was 3-4 years ago, so obviously people can change over that time. But this girl Katie, she's allegedly accusing him of not changing one bit. So let's just get into it. I cannot wait to recap this video with you guys after the fact. So let's get into it.
I got used by Love Island Games winner of 2025 for money. This man took all of my money, but before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know we were talking up until he got his phone taken away before he went to the villa, and he basically just told me he was going on there for clout and money and to fake a situationship, which we see that he did. When I found out he was going on the show, I obviously told him I did not want to speak anymore, but he told me that if I stopped talking to him before the show, that once he got out, he would never speak to me again, so I ended up being the girl waiting at home for him. We were talking for almost a year, and about 4 months in is when he finally opened up to me about his money problems. He basically told me that he didn't have a job, he didn't have a car, and that he had to eat ramen noodles for every single meal. So me being the girl that I am and already having feelings for him, I started to send him any money he asked for, which was a lot. I was basically funding this man's whole life. He needed rent money, he needed haircut money, clothing money, food money, Uber money, basically everything, and he told me he would pay me back every single time. I'm going to put some clips right here. This is basically just him telling me he's going to pay me back every single time and how he's so grateful for me, but I never received a single penny back. He also told me he had nothing to wear for the show and begged me to buy him a whole new wardrobe, so he took my phone and ordered everything you saw him wear on the show, including that brown tracksuit right here that we all saw him wear. Basically bought him new clothes for him to make out with other girls on TV. Right after the finale ended, we spoke right after, and he immediately asked me for money for Disneyland and for LA, because Love Island didn't pay him yet, and he told me that he would send it as soon as he got paid. This is just a screenshot of him texting me right after the show and immediately asking again for me to Apple Pay him for his checked bags. Once he got paid by Love Island, everything completely switched up. He barely talked to me anymore and basically dropped me and never mentioned paying me back ever again. He came to New York a couple weeks later, and we spent some time together. We saw each other. He made me pay for a hotel room for us, and he also made me introduce him to all my New York connections, and once I did that, got him free tables, free bottles, free dinners. He basically just told me to go home. This man also showed up with a hickey on his neck after everything I've done for him. We haven't seen each other in months, and this is the first time I'm seeing you, and that's what you do. Just so disrespectful. I just found out that I'm not the only girl he's done this to. He tried to do this to a girl that I met, and she was smart and never answered again. But this man is a serial scammer. He talks to girls, and then a couple days in, begins to ask for money. Look out for your friends, because once this man runs out of his Love Island cash, he will be looking for the next girl to use. It's been about 2 months, and I haven't received anything back, and I don't think I will, so unfortunately, I am bringing this to TikTok, because I feel like everybody should know the real him. I know you all thought you saw a changed man on this season, but unfortunately, he is still the same lying cheater from season 4. This was honestly so hard to make because I considered him one of my best friends. We talked all day, every day. I just never thought in a million years that he would do this to me. I have a big heart and I genuinely cared for him, and that's why I did all this. I know I was naive and stupid and I shouldn't have been sending money to a guy that was basically just love bombing me into getting money, but it's a lesson learned. Obviously, I was completely blinded throughout this whole situation. I completely just thought that he liked me and I wanted to help him and see him do good, so I was putting his needs before my own. I know I could have stopped at any point, but you really don't understand a situation like this until you're in it, and things just got way too deep and way too complicated to just leave, and I obviously liked him and just wanted to see the best for him, so I just continued to do it until finally now I'm realizing what it really was. Story.
What crazy claims and accusations, right? Not even that. I think that they're pretty well backed up. She has screenshots, she has pictures with him, like she has screenshots of his Zelle, screenshots of his text messages, screenshots of what she purchased for him, and then him going on Love Island and wearing that exact same outfit, right? Like the brown tracksuit. Like, we saw that it was delivered in August. So these accusations and this video is not looking good for Zay. Not only that, this TikTok was posted about 24 hours ago, a little over 24 hours ago. Since then, Zay has limited his comments on TikTok. His comments, however, on Instagram are still up. He has just not posted much since yesterday. There is a story on his TikTok of what looks like him in Miami about 23 hours ago. So that's about all we have heard from Zay. It is not looking good for him. That's all I can say. But what do y'all think? Pop off in the comment sections. This is some crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Love Island USA, background check these people a lot better than what you're doing now. With that being said, I'm going to go back and rest my voice. I'll try and be back tomorrow with some more Islander updates. For now, keep doing what y'all are doing. Pop off in the comment sections. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We are so close, and I can only do that with y'all's help. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday and an even better rest of your week. Bye, y'all. We'll catch y'all later.